Hello there! Welcome back to another shitty quality Minecraft video, YouTube, and hope you guys enjoy this video as much as I enjoy playing Minecraft Beta 1.6, because I'll be telling you this right now, I've been addicted to this version of the game since 2 years ago when I first started being able to actually play it. In case you don't know, I might as well show you real quick while I'm here because it's so easy to load up. But, if you don't know, you can go to your Minecraft, and depending on whether or not you have it downloaded, you can actually delete the title update, and, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter whether or not you have it downloaded or not. If you have the disc, you're gonna go down to beta 1.12, when the end was finally added. If you have the game downloaded onto your console like I do, you'll be playing Minecraft Beta 1.6 once you delete the title update. As you can tell, I have GTA and it's not on disc. So, let me go down to my system, my storage. Then you go down to, I guess, hard drive, since that's where I have it, games and apps. Then you look around for your Minecraft tab, and once I find it, you click on it, and you scroll down until you find your Minecraft title update. However, I already deleted it, so it's not going to be shown on this list at all, whatsoever. So it doesn't entirely matter whether or not I want to show you, it's not going to work that way. Alright, so now that I've shown you how to get into this version, I'm going to go ahead and actually just play the game. Well, we're going to be playing a seed code that I've been playing for just a couple days now. The seed code number is 2635341, not Paul Soares Jr. Dash. That's just the name of the seed code. I usually do that as a way to be able to identify the name of the actual seed between the actual seed numbers. For example, my garrison seed is 432 75 96 2501, which is another good seed, by the way. So, let's load this boy up as my remote disconnects, because it's kind of a dick. Lovely, I spawn on top of my house, the place I'm not supposed to. But I've already got progress done in this world, as you can tell, obviously. But not a lot of progress done, I just started it, so... It's a relatively nice house for Beta 1.6. It's based off of the blacksmith house in the tutorial world, but it's got a part taken away from it, a little back room. And you can only tell because I'll go up to the sides here. And you'll notice that it's like supposed to be double layer cobblestone, especially when you get over to the kitchen. Decent little structure, very easy to build, not hard at all, but it's good looking for Beta 1.6, so relatively nice. It is nighttime though, so I'm gonna head to bed, and I'll see you when I wake up. Okay, so there's a little spot around here that I kind of want to build a small village at. It's not going to be really big this time, just because of the simple fact that I don't have enough time in this video to do it. In which case, I'll show you how big I want it real quick. So, give me a second. Well, I suppose in this world I'm spawning off in my getaway home, which is a nice little obsidian structure out in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty nice. So, if you look at the bottom left corner of the map, you'll notice there's a bunch of brown dots. It's kind of hard to see since it's nighttime right now, and I am playing on peaceful because I am trying to show you something, so it doesn't really matter. But that's where my actual house is. So, I was just at a little getaway home that I decided to build in this same world, and the only reason why I have it built is just so that way I can do, like, survival roleplay, because I kind of do... I'm weird, alright? I like roleplay. So, doing some GTA roleplay, and then seeing those weird-ass cops glitch out at the end of it, and then, you know... Minecraft roleplays, War Thunder roleplay, just roleplay's interesting. I usually like the more historical shit though, so dabs on that. Yeah, just not gonna make that meme. Figured I should give you the opportunity to look in the bottom left corner of the screen, considering that, you know, you can actually see it now. If you look at the bottom left corner, you'll actually be able to see all the brown dots because it's daytime. Well, daytime-ish. Forgot where the sun was for a second, that was weird. Ah, see that over there? over the horizon. It's very obvious to see at this point. I mean, at least for me, since I'm the one looking at the actual screen. My house is right over the hill. Pretty nice house. It's my larger house. It's the house that I actually live in for, you know, God's sake, because why the fuck would I live in that tiny house unless I'm doing something? But here's my actual house. It's pretty large. It's a pretty beefy boy. I did decide to steal some designs from Mojang's original village houses, which I'll be showing you here in a little bit, because I have a village built after it. I know I'm kind of spoiling the surprise there, but when I say a village, I mean it's going to be 6.7 times larger than what I have right now. So here's all of my resources. I've used 90% of it already on that village that I'm about to show you, and I really don't have a lot left. Good grief. I'm starting to run low. I have a lot of resources because I have been playing this world for a fat minute now. And, as you can tell, my diamond fridge. My bliss. There's a duplication glitch in this version. It's actually really easy. That's part of the reason why I have so many items, but it just allows me to be able to play the game without having to worry about taking absolutely forever. Because there is no creative mode in this version. In fact, I think this is the first time where the F5 camera, come on now, this is the first time where you can actually see your face. You can actually look at Steve's face in this version. You used to only have the third person over the shoulder behind the head. Now you can look ahead of you, so that's nice. But here's the village. This is what it's starting off as. I could go into description about what every house is, except we'd be here all day. So this is just the library. Open, not really supposed to be closed. It's the best decoration I can do for beta 1.6.6. Keep that in mind. A lot of this is very limited, because you can't do a lot of things. For example, upside down staircases and all those kinds of things. You have to get a little more jiggy with it, or should I say creative. Rather nice houses. Even though they're very basic. These are 7x5s, and that one I think is a 11x7, right? Yeah, that's 11x7. So let's go down this pathway, and you'll start to recognize that, yeah, these are the beta 1.6.6 tutorial houses. I just have the dimensions of them down. This is the 9x6, which this one's one of my favorite type of versions of the tutorial house from the actual tutorial world. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is to show you that I've been doing stuff in this version for a little bit, just to kind of explain why I like this version so much. It's not really supposed to be a survival, but I felt like I wanted to at least make a video recently, since it's been about a couple weeks, so... I might be going to the hospital because I have quite a handful of fractures. I passed out a month ago because of my thick blood or thin blood. I'm an A blood type, but I don't know if I'm positive or negative. I don't know if my blood is thinner or like skinnier. I don't fucking know. I have to do my research. My doctors are kind of shitty, so at least St. Mary's. This is my barn house, obviously. This is my village. This is the farm side of the village. So this is the poor district, I guess I would say. But then it's combined with some of the more richer houses. So you'll notice that as we start to go this way. And I'll take my left. Here's one of the more richer houses that people might like the design of and try to steal. I know this one for sure. Very simple, very small and cute. Supposed to be... Don't remember exactly what it was supposed to be, I'm not gonna lie. It's something. It's something. That's the point of it. It's something. Here's my other house, which is built off of another tutorial world house. Now, I do have pieces of the house, like, gone. I took out the entire chunk that would be on this side of the wall for various of reasons. It just looks better this way, and it feels better this way, and it's a lot easier to build. Especially since the dimensions of the last house look kind of weird when you don't have the house modified this way. So let me go down to the rest of the village, which you just got a sneak peek of. And I'll load up the actual tutorial world, and then you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to take my left down the path. And you'll notice that there's even more houses down here. Obviously, it wouldn't be a village if that wasn't the case. Now, if you look at the map, you can tell I'm going to bring my village all the way around here. And I want my village to start cutting across this area throughout here and around back. So it's going to be roughly about 6 times bigger than it is now. And that's because of how big this continent is and how flat the old worlds are. I actually have advantages I can take. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to stop talking right there before it gets weird. My snow-covered walkway to one of the most richest person's houses in this game, which, really nice looking house, not gonna lie. I kind of like to hang out in here sometimes, especially when I'm just, chilling out in my room smoking a couple bowls, doing normal stoner boy things. Now I'll go ahead and explain why this is my favorite version of Minecraft. It's not overcomplicated. In fact, arguably, it's way too simple. You have to use your brain to really get things done, but that's part of the fun in it, because nowadays you can just throw an upside-down staircase and build your overhang very easily within like 40 seconds and call it a day, but in the old days, you kind of had to take time to do it. I mean, you would mine one of these and you would only get 1 block of wood back per staircase, so you would effectively be losing 5 wood per messed up staircase, and that makes it a little bit more challenging. Has to bring you over to other locations to, go mine for more wood. Just made the game a little more challenging, Stuff you don't really see now. Part of the reason why I love this version so much is the graphics. The graphics! Look at the gravel most people think are ugly. Look at the cobblestone texture most people hate. And yes, the grass, when it was actually relatively green. Arguably, it's about the same color as grass now, but that's if you look at it first time without really taking a second to remind yourself about how many pixels are actually on this block. It's a relatively interesting thing. But with that said, I'm going to pause the video real quick and get up on my point, save and quit, and then I'm going to show you the tutorial world. Or my remote can do that, that's fine. Alright, so I'm loading up the tutorial world now. So I noticed something. There's no sugarcane in the goddamn tutorial world. How the fuck did they get bookshelves? How the fuck did they get anything if there's no sugarcane? I've traveled this entire world and have found 0 sugarcane, but I got 37 mushrooms somehow. There is no clay as well. Don't know how they managed to get bricks unless they used all of it, quote unquote. But yeah, here's the tutorial world house that has the 7x6 attached to it. It's the, if you saw that obsidian house that I built not too long ago that I showed you, it's basically the same exact house. I'm gonna turn down the game audio considering how loud it is in this version with the rain. In fact, I don't even have to do that, I've got my remote for a reason. So let me turn it down to 12, put this back up at 80, doesn't really matter, but... So, there's a little barn that you saw in my survival world, my survival world. It's like a mix between survival and creative. It's basically my survival creative world. It's really hard to explain. But here is the original beta houses. These in beta 1.6.6 survival world, and you can tell this is the tutorial from the gigantic Minecraft sign holding the nether portal, I think. I think it's got the nether portal in it in this version at least. So, there's a couple of things I would like to mention. Back to the conversation I was trying to get at earlier, is I like this version for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of nostalgia that comes out of it. There's better graphics in my opinion, because the Xbox 360 Minecraft's graphics, I can't get over them, alright? There's multiple reasons why. One, because I grew up with them, so I'm a bit based, I'll be honest. But also, they fit together oddly well compared to modern textures. Modern textures, I don't know why when I look at them, it just makes me feel like I don't want to play the game anymore. There's no particular, reason to it besides there's just too much going on in one block. It's overwhelming. That's the best way I can describe it. And as you can tell, I replaced that stuff with cobblestone, so that way at least the well can still be here. But, as I was saying, this version of the game, there's just a lot more to it. That's kind of that's an overstatement. There's a lot less to it, causing you to have to do more for yourself to add more to it. Plus, Look at the rose! It's the rose! Why did they get rid of one of the most basic fucking flowers in this game? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. Here's that blacksmith, by the way, with the mine right next to it. I wanted to do this, but then I realized that it would look awkward, and you'll see what I mean when you look at the roof. Yeah. This is not how my roof looks on mine, but there's a reason for it. It's because of the fact that when you go down here, to the left, you've got this. I don't know why there's stone behind it and nothing else, but that's how it is. Speaking of which, are you telling me that you guys did some of the weirdest fucking shit to make this? Yeah, you guys just... Oh, yeah, I remember how the tutorial world was created. They just... Okay, so they would build a house in a flat world that they forced to spawn in as seed code 0, so they had their computers and shit so they can basically run mods, which they had their own mods built for their game to help them do shit like this. But they would build a house, copy the dimensions of it, and then paste it, kind of like you can do in the modern day with the command block once you give yourself the debug stick and shit like that. And it's basically all the same concept, except there's a bit different. There's a bit of difference because it's the old version. You can't do that in the old version because there's no commands. Speaking of which, I don't have any of those host options. So when you see something weird in this game, you kind of can't disprove it. Let's say, hypothetically, Herobrine did exist, alright? The only way you would be able to know that that's real is by playing this version and going into it and noticing, oh yeah, you can't have more than one person in a server at a time unless you're split screening, which is hard to do, especially in a version which servers are offline. So, yeah, and you can't connect to multiplayer in this version. That's one of the sad things. You can't do Xbox Live Gold multiplayer, but you can do split screen 4-player again, and I think there is a way you can LAN connect your console and do 8 players together, but I don't remember if that actually works or not, so don't really take my word for that. However, I'm going to move on back to the original conversation before this video gets any longer. I love the crap out of this version. There's just so much more that I could say about it that I'm willing to say, but I'm not going to because the video is limited on time, but just looking back at this version in today's society, it still holds up relatively well. There isn't entirely a reason why it does, besides the absolute nostalgic factor that hits you in the face with its dick as soon as you play the game, but it's really not, I guess, that different than modern versions of Minecraft. It's just limited. Very limited. And personally, I do like this version better. I know I said that. I don't really have another way of explaining it besides, yeah, there's a big lack of content, but this is Minecraft. This is what Minecraft really is. This is not what... I guess the best way to describe it, this is more vanilla Minecraft than new Minecraft vanilla actually is. Modern Minecraft vanilla feels like you just threw on 37 different mod packs and called it a day. That's how modern Minecraft feels. It even feels like you're throwing on, RTX or some shit sometimes. Oh, look at that texture of the pumpkin. Remember how anytime you would find it, it has the face on it? Yeah, now you find the pumpkin without the texture of the face. Now you have to carve it out. It adds more steps. Yeah, it's more fun stuff, but some of the stuff Minecraft has been adding has been useless. There's a lot more creative features that you could be doing with a lot of things, but they're not. For example, one thing I was hoping that they would add is the original version of the table and chair that was going to be in this version of Minecraft even right now. What it basically was is, imagine the bamboo scaffolding that we have right now, and imagine if it was shaped like a chair. With the same colors, but shaped like a chair. The table is basically the scaffolding already, so we don't really need to do anything. But still, add a goddamn chair finally, damn it. Notch was doing it way back in 2011 and 12. Why can't you do it, Mojang? You really gonna let the community decide on it? Because we're gonna have more people like Dream Stands and shit like that. Not Dream. What was his name? Fucking Sky Does Minecraft, changing the way Minecraft... We got a useless glow squid. Okay? the most use we get out of it is colorful signs that glow that don't even actually glow that much. Like most of the modern Minecraft updates, they're based around the people's like decisions, and most of the people's decisions have been retarded. Literally retarded with a capital fat fucking R, all right? There's multiple reasons why I could tell you so, but I'm not going to do it in this video because it would turn it into a rant video, and that's not where I'm going for right now. Anyway, I hope you guys at least enjoyed this video while I was just kind of hopping around and screwing around in an old version of Minecraft, just to let you know that, hey, I might be doing a survival series here soon, and I might actually start from ground zero. However, I'm going to get part of it started first before I start recording. That is going to be something that happens, because this video, like this version of the game, does take forever to get your feet in the ground. So, with that noted, salutations to all. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Love you all and stay safe. Good luck and good day.